Yo,
Okay.
what's up? Welcome back to Wrestling Comrades. It's only been 4 months since we last
4 months.
recorded, but it's me, Ed Gallo, and Seth Petarra from the Fight Site, and we're back to talk about wrestling. Seth, which wrestling are we talking about today?
We're talking about. Well, we got this cool new series. We didn't give it a name because it's too cool to, sort of put a label on it, like whatever this relationship we have, where you just sort of ditch me for 4 months to do whatever you want. But yeah, we're going over these series, right? Of these great international freestyle series, and right now we're really focusing in on Russia. So for today, we've got two world champs going at it. Magomed Kurbanaliev, a 2016 world champ, versus Zaurbek Sidakov, who's your reigning two-time world champion at 74 kilos. Now, the importance of this series that we're going to cover is this Kurbanaliev was not quite a gatekeeper, but he was the. And these, we have two future North Ossetian world champs. We have Sidakov, and we have David Baev. So the match we're focusing on today is Sidakov's match with Kurbanaliev at the 2017 Alliance. Now Ed, here, even though he's not physically here, he's wherever the hell he is, that he is anyway. He did an article covering that whole 2017 run of Sidakov at this tournament. So what did he do, Ed?
He beat Frank Camiso, which is the only thing that matters.
Camiso?
Yep. If
Yeah,
it's
Frank
Italian,
Chamizo?
it's Camiso.
Yeah, the one
If
that.
it's Spanish, it's Chamizo.
Oh, I see. That's how I'm not a real Italian. So the important thing about this is Frank's run through Worlds was stupid. It's just absolutely stupid what he did to everybody. Beating of Rusov, really, he beat him before in the 2015 World Finals, but this time he really, extended really made the gap between them evident. He tagged Zaurbek Sidakov, who's a 2012 Olympic bronze medalist, who's really tough stuff. Who else did he beat? That Donatarev. Oh, he almost tagged James Green in the finals. That's worth saying. And he had a closer match with Yakub Gore, who Gore beat Magomed Habib Kadi Magomedov, which ruins me. I hate it.
I'm sorry.
He also beat Kurbanaliev last year at the Urigan as well. So there's a lot of things of. It's awful.
Everyone loses at some point.
If anything bad has ever happened to you, yeah, but they don't have to lose to Yakub Gore. Even though, and you know who else he beat? Nurikov.
I
Yeah,
respect. I respect Nurikov.
yeah, I do too. I just
Mr.
would
Front
respect
Headlock.
him more. Mr. Front Headlock, Mr. Inside Trip, Mr. Throw, Mr. I'd rather poke you than know ya. Rather frustrating stuff, Mr. Yakub Gore. Wait a minute. Yeah, he beat Beckside back in 2014 as well. Yeah.
Bekzad's
Good
doing
guy.
MMA again.
Yeah, I saw that. He also lost to Asgarov in January at the Koloff. It's not like he's losing his edge because he ran into Kadzmarag Gadziev, who beat three Ollie and world medalists. So I mean, it's not. He's still very much a contender and everything. It's just like there's more money in it, and
For sure.
yeah. So there that's no offense to Beckside. Okay, so let's get started on this. So on Kurbanaliev's side, in fact, this was on one of the run backs from Sosa Romanov, who'd been out with a back injury after the Olympics. So he had come back, won the Nisoyev tournament over Evgeny Zerbaev. And Zerbaev had beaten Magomed Kurbanaliev, who would win Worlds the next year, who was a 2015 world champ. And he beat, David Baev. So really good run, but Soslan, was supposed to wrestle him, but he injury defaulted out before he got a chance to wrestle Kurbanaliev. So here in the finals, Kurbanaliev beat I want to say Rasul Arsanaliyev. You remember Rasul Arsanaliyev, Ed?
I've heard the name.
Of course you have.
From you.
Yeah, that's right. So Arsanaliev was this two-time U23 champ, and last year, Soslan was still coming back. Right, he's not a small 70 kilo. He doesn't have the. It's not that he doesn't have the frame. It's just not his ideal weight, right? And so Arsanaliev in November, if I remember, it might be October. I'm gonna go check again, just to be sure. But last year, he took it to him at the Kajirov. Teched him. Teched Soslan Romanov. So, pretty good. Real funky guy. Anyway, let's get to this. I've named enough names. But in the semis, this is a guy we'll cover later. Zaurbek Sidakov. Finished 5th at Nationals that year. Really, wait. Let me see about Sidakov. Sidakov was 2018. That's next time. Okay. Because that's a better story without 2018. Man. So let's go through. Let's start. So
on go, we'll hit play. So for people who are going to be watching along, if you're on Spotify or anything like that, it's 18 seconds of the video that we'll link in the description. And then we're going to count down 3, 2, 1, go. And on go, we will all be hitting play. So Seth, do you want to count down?
Very official operation. That's why Ed is spearheading it, not not me, because you can't just walk in and do whatever I do. Okay, so are you ready?
Give me the countdown.
You good? I'm not giving you a countdown.
Fine. I'll count down. On go.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
They are wrestling.
All right. Kurbanaliev's like 5'6" too, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. So right away, just what I know about this match and what I know about Sidakov is that he's going to require a lot less nuance to get to his leg attacks. He's kind of more explosive and can cheat his way through finishes a bit more, whereas Kurbanaliev is more of the finesse guy. Is that off? Is that true?
It just depends. Sidakov's got a really developed ability to time pressure, which you can see off of his slide by and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Gets wrist control well. And he keeps you at bay from that inside control, like right on the inside of the bicep, and also digging into your collarbone as well. So they're just digging into it now, but Kurbanaliev's got a really nice outside step game.
Mm-hmm.
Clean finishes, but sometimes he can get bullied. That's usually something that he negates, and or is just prevalent at early season tournaments. But Sidakov is controlling collar tie and wrist pretty well right now. Digging out of it. Kurbanaliev.
We've seen Kurbanaliev dig for underhooks a few times to no avail.
There's a lefty he tried to get.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, nice little shot attempt there from Kurbanaliev. Okay. And one of the things Sidakov did really well. Yeah, well, that's a really nice from that reverse hook slide by.
Shucked him
I talked to Andy Rovat about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shucked him from the overhook. And or overhook shuck, right? And he's like, yeah, Massa has a great one. We watch a bunch of them for it. Because it really helps alleviate it. Because if you can't threaten anything from an overhook and you constantly give the position up, oh, look at that. That crossbody outside step high C.
So he was just trying to break off the ties from Sidakov real suddenly. Break the rhythm of the hand fighting.
The rhythm?
The rhythm.
Rhythm.
So yeah, Sidakov mostly is hanging on the head and trying to get control of the wrist, because I think he can probably, if he can pull him in.
He's still pressuring in. I wouldn't call it lazy hanging.
Break off that.
Oh, look at that. He almost did a little elbow off there. That's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Sidakov is on the shot clock as it stands right now. 1 point's got to go to Kurbanaliev. Now, at Nationals this year, Sidakov didn't place, and this is a guy who's the returning Russian national champ, who beat Radik Valiyev, who beat Evgeny Zaurbek, beat all these good guys, and beat Zaurbek again. The match was even closer this time. But what happened was he had a crazy match, like rioting sort of match with Kaji Magomedov, and then he lost his heartbreaker to Rasul Zukayev for bronze. Oh, look at that! Oh, beautiful outside step, but Sidakov gets his hips back. And that's the thing people don't give enough credit to him. He is fast.
Mm-hmm.
He's real athletic and great defense, so he got out of that shot there from Kurbanaliev. But yeah, Kurbanaliev, as everybody remembers, in finals, he's the returning world champion at the weight, and this kid who had won juniors the year before at 66, David Baev, didn't even place at David Baev, didn't even place at the Regan, lost to Goigoriev down at weight, goes up to 70, and they go crazy at each other, double digits match. And Baev gets put up at Magomed Kurbanaliev. Kurbanaliev is the national runner-up, but the crazy thing about Kurbanaliev is his brother, Ruslan, is the European champ from 2014 for Azerbaijan. Now, Kasumov this year, well, that's the guy that Sidakov loses to. He lost to Kasumov at the Regan earlier in the year. To be precise, he loses to him 5-2, and Sidakov takes bronze at nationals that year. And this is one of those years where Kasumov would be, ranked number one just because it's in the juxtaposition. Anyway, you know who Kasumov beat there as well?
Who?
Guess who? Just in the quarterfinals, just the worst thing in the world.
Timur
Bazoyev.
Oh,
that's right.
Yeah, this year he beat
No, this is at the Regan. Yeah.
So
But
far,
Baev
only
didn't place at that
Kurbanaliev has
Regan.
actually gotten to the legs, which is interesting, through the first period.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, off
The
the
thing
underhook,
is, though,
high
and this is even more... Oh, look at that. Nice. High crotch. Switches it off to head outside. Trips it. Still following. Gets through. Oh, that's really nice.
Is he calling that too?
That is great stuff. Kurbanalyev's protesting. Yeah.
That should be
So
one
the other
on the
thing
step
is,
out.
Sidakov did get a win. Yeah, that should be a step out there because Kurbanaliev regained position and he didn't get 3 points contact. Anyway, Sidakov did beat the eventual national champ, Magomedov, at the Regan that year. But he loses that tight one to him, and then he had been up and down the rankings that year because the loss to Kasumov, the loss to Gadjiradomarov, and then the loss to Kasumov again, just sort of put him in flux. But then he beats Chamizo, and so we're replaying it. He gets that high crotch, takes out, brings up to a single. He drives out of bounds. That's a clear step out. Protest from Kurbanaliev. Match is back on. The score so far is 2-1. Sidakov leads Kurbanaliev. Now there's another official review.
And they're just gonna go wrestle.
And then they're going to give a call against Kurbanaliev as well. Oh, that is so... I love watching his outside step.
I love watching Sidakov
Times it
scramble
really
and,
well, but then Sidakov gets a go behind off of
it
it.
twists back for that far ankle scramble. He's like, his knee is completely flexible.
Limp leg. This is a thing that gets Kurbanaliev. His speed is really there, but if he's not pivoting to regain the angle on that outside step and then transition on the finish to either get fully behind or bring it inside and then stand it up, he's small enough to where, guys will be able to just get behind him.
He can get out hustled in the
short,
scramble.
stocky for the weight. Yeah, you can. Another let's see what they call this. Another takedown. Kurbanaliev is livid at this.
He's getting hosed right now.
Yeah, he is. He kicked the blow. Oh my god. Oh, he kicked the actual challenge.
Oh yeah, they were in a whizzer seatbelt position when they went out.
That is ridiculous. Oh man.
I mean, the Alans is an Ossetian tournament, so I wonder if there's any home cooking.
It really
work
is.
Here.
Did Chamizo get any home cooking, or did he do that thing where he just stops working out competitively after Worlds?
I don't know.
Because that's what happened in 2016 with him and Valdez Sabir at the DRL. Because I sent that video. We can cover that. Actually, that's a bit of a series, so we can cover that. But, Chamizo was bronze at the Olympics, beat Yakupashvili, beat Molinaro. Cool. And then he goes in to Germany to get some money. Loses to Kubezdi, who's a national champ for 2013 for Russia at 74. And then Tobir just jacks him up. And that's when I thought Tobir would win Worlds the next year.
He could still
Silly
do it.
me.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
if
tried.
he's
Oh
got
my
the money
god.
for it.
So Sidakov
Oh,
went
look
for
at that. He tried to
underhook
throw by
and he slipped it.
Kurbanaliev and bombs him. Right into a gut as well. That was really good. So Sidakov got over aggressive on stepping through on that underhook throw by to the body lock, and Kurbanaliev steps out of it, slips his head out, and then he gets that angle there to get that knee block throw, and now he's up 7-5.
That was so
And
cool.
this is going to be really impressive positioning here moving forward from Kurbanaliev to win this match. Oh well, you already know he wins it. You know, if you didn't know that, you're not dumb. You just didn't look it up. There's other ways to test if you're dumb. Okay. So now Sidakov's going to be on the offensive here, because when you're wrestling at this level, once guys know they've got a lead on you like this, they really can shut you down for like 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't tell you how many matches I've seen where it's like, how sometimes even 3 minutes if it's an upper weight, where they can just hand fight and be positionally so solid
Mm-hmm.
that you can give up a 2-point lead and be done for.
Yeah, look at that. Kurbanaliev's hips are way back. His head is forward, or his hands are stingy. He's making sure he can't.
It's not
get
an extended
anywhere close.
hips back either, where everything is nice and compact on
Yeah.
him too. Whereas, oh, look at that, tries to get that single, and he keeps squaring up, and he's keeping a point of contact with Sidakov as well. So you also don't keep that point of contact so far away that if he pulls back and retracts in, that you're just falling on your face. It's a trick too, because that means you have to have that match time.
Mm-hmm.
Sidakov's trying an underhook throw by. He tried a high crotch there, and that's the end of the match. So we've got Magomed Kurbanaliev picking up his first Alliance title with a 7-5 win over 2016 Russian national champion Zaurbek Sidakov. Now, Kurbanaliev did beat him the year before in wrestle-off for the non-Olympic weight worlds. So if you're ready, we're going to go to the next video, which is 2018.
Mm-hmm. This is David Baev.
Okay, so this year's world champion.
Yes. Okay, so let me...
Kurbanaliev was number 1 ranked going into Russian nationals this year as well. Then he lost Arpak Sat, which is... Arpak fell out of the rankings later that year, but he came back this year because he beat Asnor Tavayev, who's I think he was Frank Molinaro's. No, it was at the Intercontinental Cup. Frank got destroyed in that match, but yeah, he beat Tavayev, and Tavayev had beaten Evgeny Zurbayev before. So hard club from Kurbanaliev right out of the gate.
Wait, hold on. So this
David
match,
Baev.
this match begins at 31 seconds of the video. So can you just reset to 31 seconds just so we can do the countdown again for those following along?
I have to do everything for everybody.
Yep.
All the time.
We're in the service industry now.
Yeah, I have been serviced many times.
Service
anyway,
listeners.
We've got David Baev and Magomed Kurbanaliev, both the Russian nationals bronze medalists. And Baev at this point is a returning junior world champion. Oh, look at that short offense. He's going right into that single there, too. Where he does that outside step so he can feed it into his double or his claw. It's beautiful stuff.
What time is the clock for you right now, Seth?
5:30.
5:30. Okay.
This is a lot more active, too, which I like to see. But one of the things, Baev's underhook series, Baev's this, and that, what's getting him his money is his work that he does setting everything up with his hands and getting to his, short offense series.
Right.
Him and Takuda Ordogoro have some of the most well-developed short offense, I think, of anyone in the game. Whereas you can argue that, technically, Gajimad Rashidov, from a technical perspective, is probably the best. Look at that, right into his Claudit pick. Just ran through him. Beautiful stuff.
Is there anyone else in the world who scores that consistently without actually hitting the knee on their shots?
Soslan used to.
Because he does this to everybody.
He actually has done it to everybody. Yeah.
It's definitely his highest percentage move in. What's really nice is like at Worlds against whomstever he had in the finals from Kazakhstan. He's hitting it for 4.
Kaipanov, Narkosa Kaipanov.
He's running it real hard and then clotheslining him with the collar tie and bringing him over feet to back.
Yeah, it's beautiful stuff the way he times it with that outside step. And the other thing I like about Baev is his underhooks. I like a lot of stuff about Baev. We can keep going into that.
His throw by
Taking an underhook a bit, wrist series. I love the ending of this match too. I don't want to spoil it, but it is intense.
This is my first time watching this match.
Really? That's crazy. Look at that 2-on-1. He's got a 2-on-1 there, so Kurbanaliev clears out of it. Baev had beaten James Green. Right? And James Green, world runner-up the year before. Oh, outside step attempt. James Green had beat junior European champ, just some Eureka runner-up, Chairman Valiev, in the quarters to beat him. James Green ended up taking bronze, which was really good from him. You could argue it was his last really good international tournament, but actually I'm the one that made that argument anyway. So it's just a bit tricky. I think a lot of his issues stem from inactivity in matches because he's got all the offensive. Baev is really digging for that 2-on-1 in this match, trying to keep Kurbanaliev from, clearing his ties. Because one of the things, if you go strict to wrists, you don't have as many points of control. Granted, it is one of the strongest ones, but because it's lower on the body, if you're not feeding it up to something or moving it, you're not really getting anywhere with it. Yeah, like all the great wrist control guys, like Fadzeev. Fadzeev is always dragging it. Gadisov is always dragging it. Because they know you should know that you're not going to do anything with it. It's a controlling position like that. Context here. Ed doesn't know who Ruslan Bogotyrev is.
Correct.
What tisk. That's all I can say. But anyway, Ruslan Bogotyrev had lost to Kurbanaliev in a close one, 6-4 in the quarters. But Bogotyrev, get this. This was a guy who got 5th at U23s. Euros, right? But who did he beat at the Mindiashvili? That's the qualifying tournament for U23s. To get that spot. Baev. He teched Baev. Gut tech, so it wasn't like this just annihilation. But to prove he's not a total bum and that it wasn't a total fluke, he beats Murad Kurbanaliev, who had won the Medved the year before. Oh, look at that, going back to his front headlock. And he also beat Anzor Zakoyev, who had beaten James Green at the... just to make sure it was this year for Zakoyev as well. Yeah.
I like how he chained all that short offense together, kept going with the, snap downs and go behind attempts and drags until he got a decent angle. And
it's beautiful what he does.
Still didn't score.
That's how good positionally he is. I was thinking 2019 when Zakoyev was doing all that cool stuff. But yeah, he beats Zakoyev, and he also beat Kurbanaliev, who's a better win at that time. So Bogota, Zakoyev, Baev, and Kurbanaliev. So those are good wins from him, for sure. But yeah, he got smoked by Zamalov for bronze. And Zamalov had gotten 5th this year at Nationals. Zamalov's a freak. Junior world runner-up at the time. Kurbanaliev gets a single. He gets a step out. Now this is starting to heat up. What are they going to call that, you think? Oh, if he's a Dagestani in North Ossetia?
I saw a thumb.
Of what I remember. Yeah,
Yep, that's one.
Remember when people the dead camp, Magomed Kurbanaliev doesn't have a gas tank. Oh, he's stupid. He's Russian. I'm talking about a certain class of Americans who aren't journalists. You know who you are. But that's so dumb. These guys wrestle hard. They train super hard. You're so stupid. Why would you have such a terrible opinion about something? Look at that. Short offense as well. This is a call-out. This will be a call-out on my YouTube.com. Look at that. Oh, that re-attack. Right, and he fed right into his short offense, and he disengages from it beautifully.
Guys have amazing hips.
That's how. This is just what you love to see.
They never assume that the
Beautiful.
sequence
Oh,
is
digs
over.
right underhook.
They keep going.
You never know. Oh, the claw.
Same attack.
He ran him all the way to the scoreboard.
I think they're gonna call continuation.
Jeez.
No, they gave him one on that.
They gave him just a step out because Kurbanaliev had been stepping out the whole time. But one of the things, this mental thing that you see with Baev, of action doesn't stop the whole match. If you're out of bounds, you're still going to be pushing forward because there's going to be a continuation of action, and you can break people positionally if you wrestle that sort of way. Do you remember that out of bounds call? This was from 2017. Snyder had lost to Kadzi at Club Cup. And we were like, oh, what the heck? But maybe he had peaked too hard. Then at the World Cup, he was beating Aslanbek Aborov, and then Aborov got this ugly 4-pointer from an outside step, and it counted. Everyone was like, oh no, oh god, oh no.
Against Jaden, there was
that's
a similar situation, if that's what you're talking about.
Oh god. But Snyder's was the worst. It was just... It wasn't even hosing. Oh, look at this. Underhook throw by to a inside single. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful job turning it down, getting the takedown, looking for a gut. 3-3, Kurbanaliev leads. Oh, man. We talked about Kyle Snyder during this. That's a shame. Not that Kyle Snyder's bad. It's just he's such a departure from these guys. Where it's like the fact he can not die during a 6-minute match is enough to win titles. No offense to Ohio State. I love feeding back into that 2-1.
Shout out Luke.
This last burst from Baev is so great. Oh, it is great. You just have to see the setup that he uses for this last takedown. There's his snap down. But this setup is going to be great. Snaps it down from a shallow over. Kurbanaliev singlet pulled him. He does the, look at that little cross ankle pick. That same step where the hip falls flat for that split second so that you can reposition there.
Off balance.
Yes, look at the coach. Oh my, the cop is pulling his coach off of him. Oh my god. This is a huge win because it shows he's not just a fluke.
Right.
That he's the real deal. Let's replay that sequence again so we can break that down. It's one of my favorite finishes to any sort of match.
So he starts about 8 seconds.
So Kurbanaliev singlet pulls him, cross ankle, runs it out, has sort of a seatbelt, breaks him down with 2.8 seconds left. And this is the most hyped I've ever seen. His coach runs out on the mat, and the ref is pushing him off. The ref isn't enough. They have to get the police to take him off.
That happens a good bit in Russia because they're very passionate about
their
wrestling.
Baev is absolutely elated. They have to be. It's literally your whole life. It's not like you just get some sponsorship or something, or you get forgotten and now you're having to do kids clubs in South Dakota. This is the real deal. So David Baev is your winner, your 2018 Alliance champ. Hey, a fun fact, he lost to another North Ossetian badly at the U23 finals later that year. It was Taimur Salkazanov.
I know that guy.
You remember him, don't you?
I do.
He's not as totally obscure names where I'd be like, hey, remember Dovlet Marat Razgailijov?
No. I do not.
So you thought that was a joke, but it's a real deal one. You want to remember why he's important?
All day and I probably wouldn't know the difference.
You should know who he is. Come on, I'll show.
There's lots of things I should do.
Okay, what weight do you think he is?
79.
Okay, what? Well, let me see here. Yeah, he is. So what tournament was it?
I guessed. I made that up.
Why do I know about him? Well, he is 79.
To be fair, Seth, you've been watching freestyle longer than I have.
You can only arm throw. Doesn't matter. Anyway, don't let Murat Razgailejov, this guy, this Turkmenistani, whatever you say, he beats Gadzi Nabiev, and I'm very adamant that they should have not sent Gadzi. They should have sent somebody better than Gadzi to U20 to Senior Worlds last year, because there's so many Russians better that I have ranked higher than him, and he just got the luck of the draw, beat Khalid Yakayev, and what happened at Sama Sunakoyev in the finals? You know what? His knee went with Dunzo. But yeah, Dovlet Murat, it's just not great record guy. He's an arm thrower. That's all he is. He beats Gadzi at the Medved, and he gets destroyed by Alex Daringer, just proving that I was right, that Gadzi shouldn't have been the world rep. They could have picked somebody better, like, I don't know, Khalil Aminov. We like Khalil Aminov.
He's fun. Great counters.
Great counters, great body. Realistic body, too. The fitness standards for wrestling are stupid as shit. Not everybody can look like Anthony Ecamendia.
We don't like to, though.
Everybody would like to, but you gotta know how to work with that Aminov bod. Let's go pull up a video of Aminov right now. Okay. Or just a picture. I'll put up a video of him.
We're not recording a video, so if you pull up a picture, it's not going to help anyone.
Well, you can just... Oh, he's the one who lost to Matt Brown in 2017. Oh, God.
I was unaware that Matt Brown did any freestyle at all.
Yeah, he did some. He had a decent run at one of the Schultzes.
For Nittany Lion or for, the Army? Isn't he in the military?
Army.
Yeah. WCAP.
Yeah.
That's what Anthony Ecamendia should have done. He should have done WCAP. Don't go to college. There's no reason for that. Just wrestle freestyle.
Give me 1 second. Can you hear this?
No. And that's how the podcast ends. Seth had some audio issues, but we were done actually. We were just talking at that point. Yeah, this was a alternate commentary for Wrestling Comrades. We watched Magomed Kurbanaliev versus Zaurbek Sidakov from the 2017 Alans Finals. It's a huge tournament in Vladikavkaz, North Ossetia, in Russia. And then we watched Kurbanaliev versus David Baev, who is the 2019 world champion at 70 kilograms. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. We will match up the audio with video on YouTube. We want to release this on all of our audio platforms first. You guys could get acquainted and just watch along if you want, and the links will be in the bio for the video. Yeah, so definitely if you want more of this, you can request specific things. If you go to patreon.com/fightsite, or hit us up on Twitter, however you want to get in contact with us. But we'll probably send you to Patreon just because for longer, more effort-driven requests, we'd like some money for that. But yeah, Seth is a freestyle encyclopedia. It's always fun talking to him and working with him and just hanging out. And he knows everything about everybody, and I'm just trying to learn at this point. Technique matches I can do pretty well, but when it comes to the entire history of the sport within the last 10 years, Seth's your guy for sure. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on Patreon, subscribe on YouTube, all that jazz. And we'll see you next time. So we actually have more Kurbanaliev to watch, so that'll be the next one. All right, bye-bye.